Well, good morning, everybody. Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad, and I want to talk to you guys about a big problem that I'm having at the current moment. I went into my gym this morning, and I looked in the mirror, and I'm on my way, actually. I'm going to go play golf. I'm going to go walk the golf course this morning, and I'll tell you about it on the way. Yeah, I have to stop. I have to stop what I'm doing. Hey y'all, Chuck here with No Time to Be Sad, and this is my beautiful wife of 15 years, Paige. We downsized, saved, and liquidated to quit our lifestyle in America of living for things to a life of wherever it might take us. We moved to Thailand November of 2016. We currently live Thai style on the Mekong River in a town called ThatPhanom in the province of NakhonPhanom. This is my wonderful Thai family. Every day for us is an adventure. And we spend most of our time exploring and living for the moment. We know nothing lasts forever, and we try to enjoy every new day we have. I don't have time for things that really don't matter in my life. So there you have it. No time to be sad. Well, I just realized it's 6:30. I'm gonna meet a friend at the golf course at 8. It only takes me 45 minutes to get there. So I've got so much damn energy at the current moment. But before I tell you what's going on with me, let me give you a little bit of history. You guys a lot of you have known me for the last 10 years. A lot of you guys have been following me. And you know, I've been sharing my life and my journey and all kinds of things, mostly about Thailand. But you know, as we get older, things happen to us. We go through a lot of changes physically and mentally. Living over here and just in general, but let me give you a little bit of history. I've always been pretty healthy and I've always been pretty big. My father was a bodybuilder. My father was in gymnastics when he was in school and then always continuously lifted weights and bodybuild. He always took me to the gym. I wasn't really super interested. I didn't have the patience. I'd work out with him for a week and expect something to pop up. I didn't have it in me at the time as a kid, you know, to follow his footsteps. But I started playing sports and I started playing football, and that's when I started really kind of getting in shape. And I wasn't a skinny, frail kid most of my childhood. I was actually the biggest kid on the team, and I could run really fast, but they wanted me to be a center all the time. I was either a defensive guard or a center. The guard was my favorite position because I could run fast and I could hit hard. And I just loved the feeling of just kamikaze in somebody, you know. It made my day. Hang on a minute, we're in a market. I forgot today is the Lao market, but they got the main street blocked off because of the festival. I can't get by. That's a lot of bananas. All right, I'm gonna go soon. I've always had a little bit of a stomach, like a pooch, I guess you could call it. When I joined the military, I was pretty strong. I could max out on everything on my PT test. Sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups, run. I was like really good shape, but I had a little bit of a pot belly. And I remember like the drill sergeant, when he's doing like hygiene, he walked up to me one time, he goes, "Hunnicutt, what the is wrong with your stomach?" Like, I don't know, like I have a six-pack, but I'm just extended a little bit. He's like, "What is wrong with you?" Like, I don't remember what I said. Something to the effect, "I'm not sure, drill sergeant." I was always freaked out, you know. I don't like people yelling at me, but I've always been kind of big. And then when I got out, I stopped exercising because I was like free. And then, but I continued to have my appetite, and then I got really big. And then I've been taking blood pressure medication since I was 30. There is a hereditary heart condition in my family. I don't know. They say that a lot of times genetics is the driver of your life. Of course, if you're a glutton for things, then you can change the outcome of your life pretty quick. But I think sometimes we have problems because of hereditary. I have friends that have diabetes and they're not fat and they eat okay, but it's hereditary. I have a hereditary. I had a little bit of I have a big heart. My heart was always a little oversized, so it caused my blood pressure to work harder. So I started taking blood pressure medication when I was 30 because I couldn't keep it down. I'd go to work in the morning, my eyes were bloodshot red, and I hadn't been drinking or doing anything, and I was always dizzy. So the doctor put me on blood pressure medication, and I hated it. It made me cough. Every time I stood up, I thought I was going to fall down, and I just felt like just drained. But he lowered my dosage a little bit, and my blood pressure has always been a little over. In America standards, like the blood pressure needs to be like you're a 10-year-old zombie, it needs to be so low. But it was always about, I would say regular after that. I took the advice one time as an adult. Not everybody, but a lot of people were saying, oh, you need to get off of that blood pressure medication. It's bad for you, blah, 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 blah. You just need to change your habits, and you don't need medication in your life. You need to stop. Well, I started listening to them, and I was like, yeah, screw this shit. I smoked a lot, like 2 packs of cigarettes a day for a long time. Okay, I said, look, I'm going to quit smoking, which was not easy to do. I quit smoking, and I started dieting. I wasn't fat anyway at that time, but I started eating a little bit better and then trying to do a little bit more exercise. Me and Paige, I was with Paige at the time, and we were exercising and stuff like that. Paige hated cigarettes anyway. She actually gave me an ultimatum, either her or the cigarettes, because she couldn't stand it. And so I had quit. And then I think about maybe 2 weeks after that, me and Paige it's a Saturday, and we're in a Walmart, and all of a sudden they got to call an ambulance for me because I'm passed out. My blood pressure went so high, I had to go to an emergency clinic close by to get my blood pressure down, and it cost me like $800 for that stupid visit, Then I went back to the specialist or the family practitioner that I've been seeing with my kids, me and my kids forever. He's like, hey, look, the side effect could be just, if you don't take the medicine, you're going to die. So if you don't want to take the medicine, don't take the medicine. Don't do anything you don't want to do. But the side effect, most likely you're going to have a stroke in your sleep, or you're going to just die. So whatever you want to do, it's just totally up to you. So I started taking the pill again, and I've been taking it ever since. But that's my only condition. Like, I don't have diabetes. My blood sugar has always been like a teenager, really low, between 60 and 70. My heart has always been tested good. I have a physical here every 2 years because it's so cheap. And I had cancer tests done last year. It came out negative. That was a little freaky. But I wanted to check my gut, because I was having some issues back then with pain in my stomach. So anyway, I'm trying to drag this out. I'm just trying to give you a back insight of why I'm here today. But the doctor said a while back, and I mentioned this a couple of times, that I had not a fatty liver, but a little bit of a fatty liver is what he said. He said I need to control it with diet, no alcohol, cut down on the fried foods and stuff like that. Well, I didn't really cut down on the alcohol. I like to drink at night, but I don't really drink during I don't crave alcohol. I don't wake up and I got to have a beer. I don't crave alcohol. Like right now, If somebody had a beer, I'd be no. Maybe if we're on a cruise ship or something, but right now I would say no. And most of the time after 5 o'clock, I have a beer or two. And when I go out and I travel, maybe it's a little more, or when I go to Udon, maybe it's a little more, but the majority of my time is not drinking alcohol. That being said, I didn't really cut back on that activity, but I stopped eating fried chicken because I was like, I couldn't pass the fried chicken stand. And then when I got another checkup last September, he said, oh, everything is good, everything looks good, your lipids and all, everything. I shared the whole thing on the video, even showed the report. Everything looked good. So I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure, so I'll wait a little while and I'll do it again. Well, I never went back, so I need to do it. I'm going to do it next week, actually, go again. So I learned shortly after all of that, I went back and said, hey, I'm having some really bad problems. I don't know if it's gas. I don't know if I'm having ulcers. I'm having a problem using the bathroom. And every time I eat, I get an extended stomach and it's hard. And I don't really eat too much, but I'm fat. Like I'm gaining weight like crazy. So we did some testing and found out that I have an excessive amount of visceral fat, which means not just subcutaneous fat in the belly, but internal fat around my internal organs, like growing around my organs. And let me turn the camera around in case you guys are bored looking at me. He said, you got to get it under control with diet and exercise. So this happened I've been dieting and exercising for the last 3 months, ever since Mom left, actually. And just recently, I think in the past 3 weeks, I started doing an 18-hour fast. I was always doing 12, like I'd stop eating around 6. If I stopped eating at 7 or 8, I wouldn't eat breakfast until 7 or 8. But most of the time I did between 12 to 14 hour fast every day normally. Sorry, I come from a place where I have to look at you to talk. I feel like I'm talking behind your head. So I started doing a fast, and I told myself, I'm going to set myself a goal because I'm very goal oriented. I'm going to make a goal. I'm going to be 85 kilo in the next 3 weeks. At that time when I started to do the fasting, I was about 93. I'd go to bed about 94, this and that. So I was like, wow, I did it, and I felt really like I wasn't hungry after 12, and sometimes I didn't eat till like 2 because I was playing golf and I didn't get home in time, and I really just had to make myself eat. At first I didn't know what to do, so I ate a whole lot of food, and I cramped up at first. I was like, I can't do that, and I felt really good. And then I've lost probably 3 belt sizes right now in my stomach. I'm not skinny, but I'm just about there. Anyway, let me tell you what my problem is. Let me skip all the history of what's going on with me. I feel good. My stomach doesn't blow up when I eat anymore. And I don't have like gas problems. I don't have a bathroom problem. Everything is kind of normal. Am I 100% normal inside? Not yet. So here's a problem. When I wake up in the morning, I do a light exercise. Lightweight, 20 reps, push-ups, some jumping jacks, about 100 sit-ups. And then I go fidgety around the house, or I go play golf. Here lately I've been playing a lot of golf, so I've been walking at least over 10,000 steps. I've been walking probably about 10 kilometers, which is like 5 to 6 miles a day. I've been walking most days. So I'm not eating until 12. I like to take creatine, but I bought this creatine that has like this sweetener, little sweetener in it. It's like a blueberry. I shouldn't have got it, but it tastes wonderful. But I like to take creatine before I really work out. So I had a second workout session after I ate. So come 12 o'clock, I would eat. I made myself like prepared chicken breast and a couple steaks with potatoes, carrots, celery, stuff like that. Or I'd eat a couple of eggs, you know, something like that, or whatever. My mother-in-law, she made something different. So one time I even had calpiexan. I was starving. And about an hour after that, I'd work out. I take my creatine. I work out really hard, excessively for like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Then I get on the elliptical and do the elliptical. I was doing 15 minutes, then 20 minutes, and now I can do 45 minutes easy on the elliptical. I just turn on my music, put my headset on, and I'm good to go. So, and at nighttime, at first, like the first week or two, I was drinking a beer, like one bottle beer. Sometimes, like for the Sunday or something, I have two. But here in the past week or so, I haven't, actually in the past few days, I haven't had anything. I bought a bottle of Hong Tong, which is like really light, not a lot of sugar, Thai whiskey. And I was having like one glass, like a half a shot in one glass at night. I don't know. The problem I have is in Thai family, it's the opposite of what I'm used to. Like back home, if you're like, I'm dieting, I'm exercising, people would be like, oh, good job, you know, motivate you, keep it up. I help you reach your goal. But here, it's different. It's like, oh, you're okay, you're fine. You don't want to be skinny. You look perfect. You've already lost enough weight. That's enough. Drink, eat, be happy. Don't worry too much. It's different here. So it's like a lot of peer pressure. And peer pressure from anybody else but my family is no problem. But I feel, and this might sound weird, I feel disrespectful if I don't participate in my family evening function, because I really like the gathering at night, and I feel like I'm disrespecting them if I get up off the table. And there's nothing I can do to explain to them what my problem is. I've done it. I've showed them pictures. I've done all kinds of things to try to explain to them I'm having some internal issues with my stomach. But it always resorts back to, it's okay, you look fine, you're healthy now. So it's difficult. Anyway, this morning I got up and I just felt really skinny. Like I felt good. Like a lot of times I have to roll out of bed and I put my legs down on the floor and I just kind of have a motion where I get up so I don't kink my back, because my stomach is heavy. I'm a heavy person. Well, here in the past week or so, I've just been popping up. And this morning I just felt like, holy shit, I feel like really skinny. So I got up, I peed, walked into my gym, pulled the scale out. I'm in my underwear. I step on the scale and it says 88.0 and bouncing around to 87 kilo. I was like, oh, that's good. And I look up and I see this frail, skinny person who's been working out really hard. And I just said, holy shit. And then Paige had got up and I was like, I told her, she goes, yeah, you're looking pretty skinny, you know, you don't want to be like these other people that fast and they don't eat any protein and it just depletes their muscle. I said, no, I don't really care about my appearance, but I don't want to look like for me, I don't want to look like I'm back to being a skinny 10-year-old. was just trying to get a muscle to pop out, you know. So I thought, holy shit, you know, this is enough. She goes, yeah, you've been doing it for a while. He goes, it's not good. Why don't you just make yourself like a low carb breakfast, maybe a banana and a couple of eggs, have some protein to start off your morning. I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not drinking, I'm drinking black coffee. My mother-in-law gave away all of my sugar 3-in-1. I told her to give it to the monks. I'm sure they need it, or they give it to somebody. And I've been drinking no sugar in the morning. I've been drinking water with a little bit of lime in it. And I've been not eating French fries and potato chips and cupcakes and cookies and apple pies and pineapple pies and cheese, grilled cheese sandwich. I'm not eating that shit. So I'm just going to continue to do that, but have a high protein, couple egg, 2 to 4 egg breakfast. And when I get home, I can eat carbs, I think at lunchtime will be okay because I need the energy. I'm not talking carbs like I'm going to pound a bucket of French fries up my ass. I'm just talking about some healthy carbs, you know, maybe sweet potato or a little bit of rice or something, you know. And then nighttime, not eat so much. And see how that feels. So I'm not sick, but I don't want to be sick. You know, I don't want to be unhealthy. And the problem is everybody wants to tell you their diet and what works for them, but don't ever take advice based on somebody else's results, because we're not all different. Our lifestyles are different. Our activities are different. Our genetics are different. Everything is different. So you got to figure out, you know, you can try these things and you may have to modify these things to work for your needs, for your body. And that's what I've been doing. And this is the next step in my life. And after kind of seeing what was going on in my stomach and doing some research about it, I was like, shit, I don't want this constriction, because that's what was happening. I couldn't use the bathroom because the fat was surrounded my lower intestines, and then, you know, starting to surround my vital organs. And then when I ate, it would get agitated and swell up. Not good. But it's a progressive thing. It's been happening ever since I've been on the retirement diet. Anyway, that's all I got for you this morning. I'm gonna go play golf. I'll be right back. Hope I didn't bore you too much, but you know, life's a game. We got to figure out how to win, right? While we can, while we're still breathing. Sorry, I thought I would just take a picture of the mountains over there in Laos. Beautiful, isn't it? What a beautiful morning. This lake here holds a lot of big fish. I remember in America playing golf at some of the courses, there was huge bass, alligators too, but there's some really, I don't know what kind of fish are in here, but they're like, I don't know, they're like, who knows, prehistoric fish. I don't know what the hell they are. I was trying to think of the word like I'm thinking like a Loch Ness monster is going to pop out of there any minute, you know. Well, I am finished with my golf game. Boy, I got really, really very out of energy, after maybe the 12th hole. You know, it's weird when you listen to your body. Like when I was fasting, I felt great, all day, no, not even hungry. So it's weird, you know, whenever you're not eating, your body's like, okay, well, we start taking that fat and start using that for energy. But when you eat something, your glucose spikes, and then your body says, okay, well, he's putting food in us, so we'll just wait, you know, we'll wait for more food to come. So I had a couple eggs this morning, and it really didn't hold me over. And I was like starving to death. But before, like all the days before, I was fine, no problem. So I haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna go to my friend Sapore Mio. I hope I'm saying it right. Pizza place here in NakhonPhanom. The best pizza I've had in a long time. Some of the pizzerias in Florida and America are amazing too. But it's really, really good. And if you guys get a chance to try it out here in NakhonPhanom, I promise you it is amazing. I'll leave the link below. I'll leave the Facebook page below. You guys can check that out. But you know, when I first started that diet, I was peeing like every damn 5 minutes. They say what happens is, you know, when you start having internal problems, your cells start protecting the organs. You know, they build up a lot of fluid, and then they protect the organs around it because the fat was like surrounding my organs. So now that was starting to deplete, those cells were releasing the water, and I was like having to pee like crazy. And they say that's normal. It's normal for that to happen. And most of the fat actually comes out of your from breathing. Like most of it, you breathe it out. It just starts to eat itself, and it comes out of your body that way. Most of it. Whatever. I'm sure you guys don't give a shit. I just tell you, I am like done. But let's go to the pizza place. I'm taking 2 pizzas home for the mafias tonight. That's what I'm doing. Shit, did I pass the damn place up? I think I did. Shit. Okay, I am here. Good afternoon.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Of all the days.
What happened? No electricity?
No, we ran out of everything. We got killed last night and the
Oh.
night before, and
Maybe I shouldn't recommend this place.
no. How are you, mate?
I'm good, good. Okay, I told him I'm going to bring Paige back next week. I'll call this time. Maybe like Tuesday. Maybe Tuesday. Good day.
Next week?
Yeah. I'll call you and make sure. But anyway, I'm sure they're going to love the pizza. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Well, here's my lunch. It's just some stir-fried chicken and some black rice. I'm hungry. And that is like ginger. A lot of ginger. Ginger is good for you. This is good for you. This is actually good for dieting too. Not just because it gives you violent, never mind, but it's good for digestion.
โอ้ยกินอันเดียวนี่ก็อิ่มแล้ว มันใหญ่
ใหญ่มาก
ใหญ่มากอันเดียวก็อิ่มแล้วนี่ กินอันนี้มันก็พอแห้ง
Well, they're really enjoying their pizza. There's my dinner.
So she only weighs 36 kilos.
Alright guys, gonna end today's video. Super tired. Had a good day today. Did you have a good day today? What's going on the TV?
I don't know. It's not my problem.
I feel like it's early in the morning again.
Just tone it out. You can't hear
I
one
think
side
that's just what
already.
your friend Paul's doing right now. became a monk yesterday, right?
On the 28th.
Oh, 2 days now. So he probably already knows the song, right? Or whatever it is. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow on the next No Time to Be Sad video. Bye.
Easy มันเย็นวิ่งมาใหม่
Huh?
วิ่งมาใหม่จะเจอที่ทำไมดู
Yeah, we're friends. Ball?
ต่อ
Ball, whatever, ball. Tell him next time we meet him in Concan, you know? We can pick up all the girls in Concan. He'll probably be ready, huh? Or maybe he'll stay a month.
แต่เลยเวลาขันจะอันนั้นสวย
Well, yeah, that's true.
เดอะไร
I kind of like second hand, maybe third hand. Paige is talking about the bars around the little area where we stay in Concan. It's like, I don't even know if you'd call them leftovers, you know?
เขา professional
Oh, yeah, season. We'll see you guys tomorrow. That's enough. Bye.